Hello guys and girls, Voices from the Dark here. Welcome back to the Champion of Cyrodiil challenge with Marina Mistfire, who is being admired from afar. My, what do you want, Gregory? He's probably just happy that we closed the Oblivion hell portal that was plaguing Cyrodiil. Right, we actually removed Traveler's Grace for once to have a spell that helps somebody other than ourselves. That was a weird feeling last episode, wasn't it? Having to actually take care of people, be considerate, kind. At least the horse got moved, so that's good. I feel like today's gonna be a good day. Things are really looking up, just being the way they're supposed to be. So, with that... Oh, just go straight to the tavern. He was... Okay, I gotta see this. Isn't this the Dunmer Tavern? Roll the...
Hey.
Or no, this is the expensive one. Ah, this is the fine part of town.
Thank you for closing the Oblivion gate. We all took heart when we heard the news.
Well, I'm glad.
If the guards don't do something about the Oblivion gate soon, I'm leaving.
Okay, apparently she has a bit of a schizophrenia thing going on here.
Farewell.
It's a nice pop plant you got here. If I touched it, you'd murder me though, wouldn't you? Well, have fun getting drunk, boys. I gotta go report to Farwell's father and let him know that his son is safe and that I should be compensated somehow. Marina never does a good thing just for the heck of it. She wants something in return. And I do believe Count Indaris has some potential artifacts for us to get if we manage to recover Farwell, which we did.
Good. I'm hungry.
These guys did nothing. They probably stood there talking about their lunch the entire time I was in that realm. Well...
I'm pleased to finally meet the savior of Cyrodiil. I'm also overjoyed that you saved my son's life. I realize he's trying at times, and he speaks before he thinks. But he's still my son, and I adore him greatly.
And he shares my voice.
I'm sure he was difficult to travel with, and I respect your patience.
Wow.
Most would have given him up for dead, rather than deal with his ego. Anyway, I digress. I'm sure you wish to hear of your reward.
Are you sure you're happy he's back?
I'm in possession of two fine weapons. They're both heirlooms of the Indaris family, held in the castle for several generations. I'd take great pleasure in bestowing one of them upon you. Please, choose the Thorn blade or the staff of Indaris.
Now the staff is more magey, but staves have a chance of being really bad. At least with this, I can sort of stab someone with it. I cannot remember the exact effects of either, but I think the Thorn blade is more interesting for us.
The Thorn blade it is. Again, I thank you on behalf of all the citizens of Cyrodiil, and I especially thank you as an elated father. Farewell, and may RK guide you.
It was nothing. Now, that was one reward. Quest completed. Progress bar. But I'd also like some aid for Bruma.
I will not forget your service to me and to Cyrodiil. Rescuing my son from the Oblivion Gate was a daring feat. With the Oblivion Gate closed, I can now gladly send aid to Bruma.
Hey, that's what I wanted to hear. Do you have anything interesting to say about the Knights of the Thorn? I mean, we're an honorary member now.
I think if you had the chance to speak to any of the knights, they were happy to follow Farwell into battle. I'll be having a very long talk with my impetuous son. I don't blame him directly for their deaths, but he must learn to do things the proper way. He must realize he'll be ruling Cyrodiil one day. That's a responsibility I aim to make him ready for.
Okay, well said, well said.
Be seeing you.
I'm over encumbered, thanks a lot. Oh, Thornblade! 60 uses! That's insane, because when you enchant stuff yourself, you have like a max of 1,600, but certain things like the Mage's Staff that we got and this Thornblade, 6,000. 60 uses of this. Disintegrate armor, 100 points on strike. This is really good because we've talked about training armor before, And one of the ways we've spoken of doing it is to use break armor on ourselves. The problem with that is that it's a zing, 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 rather slow spell to cast frequently, and we're gonna run our magicka, we need to wait and then cast it more. However, if we use, you know, a good old bludgeoning from the truncheon and get them on the ground and just start spamming with this, I think that's pretty good, and we can summon something to keep us a star refilled and then refill that. I feel like this might actually become an integral part in actually getting our armor to master level, so thank you very much, sir. I'm still over encumbered though. So, you know what, I should leave something here, just a small token of my appreciation. Wait, I never checked out the Varla stone I did I? Resist magic, resist fire. One of them is new. I think maybe this one. Silence for 15 seconds though. That's not awful. That's not awful. I don't really have anything. I don't want to resist magic, obviously, but silence for 15 seconds. If I just had like a tiny dagger around and I was surrounded by the mages, I don't hate it, which is, you know, pretty good in my book. Well, I'll fix up on some stuff and then I guess I'll just equip something. I want it to be like, you know, just, oh, look at the thing I dropped. That's funny, but you know what? Screw this. We're getting our new swag on. Get that hood off, Marina. There we go. There we go. Been a while since I've seen your butt in that tight black pants. So, now that we have done the Indaris quests, we have gotten ourselves a reward, which I'd like to see in the first person, if you don't mind. Whoa, look at that. Hey!
Your kills be quick and many.
Thank you, Dullfish? Sure, somebody needs to have that name too, you know? It was an empty space. What's next on the agenda? Where do we go? What do we do? Well, I have mentioned that we are indeed going to head down to Breville and Leowin because that's where a lot of our missions are currently taking us. So, we are firstly going to go and deliver the quests down in Breville. However, now I know we were just at the Arcane University, but it'll just be a very quick stop by. Because often when I go into very combat heavy episodes, I notice flaws about our current playstyle, flaws about how we do what we do and how we don't do it well enough. And I am my own worst critic in a lot of ways. I really should have actually sold off some stuff, but that's fine because I can just equip full Wanderer gear and really get the full effect of that. That could be kind of fun actually. Unequip that for a moment. Nice. And so, what was it that we noticed? What is it that we struggled with when we were in the realm? A lot of our pew pew spells that go boom boom, they hit a big area. We don't really have any concentrated damage spells that are sort of up to the new standard. We do have the old Daedric Blaze. However, we've come quite far when it comes to how we want to approach those spells that become much more involved with the drain health effect, for instance. And I want an updated version of the damage spells that we use right now, you know, that we toss out. 2 weakness spells coupled with an attack spell. However, I sadly can't really use a Thorn Blade on this guy. I want them to be single targets, just so we have something that we can use if we're in a crowded situation and we need to really pinpoint that, hey, this guy is getting the pain, that guy, however, is not. Oh. Wait, can you just wait a second? I'd really like his soul. I guess I could use a little bit of soul trap for that, huh? Finish him! Give me a soul! I know you got it in you. Battle the bastard! Alright, I'll help you out. It's not charged, but it's some training. Thank you, because that means I can recharge. All is good in the world. Oh, just, Ooh, just had to feel that leg. It was like, those muscles look so thick. And then he just went to work. And that's what you do. However, seeing as we're making a new version of our most used damage spells, I also thought of some interesting additions to it. Now, oh, that's a Minotaur Warlord? Is that what you're called? Minotaur Lord. Hello, hello. That had to hurt. That's a nice weapon you have there. I don't have any more Restore Magicka potions. My conversation is gonna get interrupted like 50 more times on the way back, so I'll probably never get to the point I'm trying to make, but that's fine. There we go, it's out of here. Hopefully I can find it again. Now then, mister, come and get me. What you gonna do? Okay, he's probably gonna charge me with the horns. Ah! There we go, I wasn't scared. Not at all. I wonder who installed that nose ring. Like, where do the Minotaurs go to get that set up? Okay, so now comes the fun game, find the weapon that the enemy threw away somewhere. Now this, oh wow, that went far. Because that was an ebony warhammer, and I can just imagine the dings. So if an ebony, was it a claymore? It was something similar that we fixed in the last one. That took 11 dings. I'm gonna guess this one needs 12. Then again, the Daedric didn't. The Daedric needed 12. I'm gonna say 11. 1, 2, 3. It's 10. Oh, no, I've fell out of counts. How many was it? Okay, good. Thanks for letting me know. I guessed 11. Was that correct? I don't know. We'll see. Oh, I love hearing the hammers break. Actually, it's kind of satisfying because I get lighter that way. I don't need all of them. I just need one. You know, it's all that matters. However, it was quite heavy, and that's not something I'm gonna carry back. I'm not that. Then again, okay, I'm just gonna store it away. Let's see. I care about the environment and the integrity of my save file. Therefore, we are taking this ebony warhammer and putting it where the sun does indeed not shine. Good night, because it's gonna get cleaned off the road eventually, and then the weapon will go with him. I think I'll stick to the roads now. So, as I was saying, we're going to be improving upon our damage spells. Now, one addition I want to make to the touch version of our spell, since it's much more controlled, is the paralysis effect. Now, me and the paralysis effect, we've had a bit of an interesting relationship, because paralysis is a very expensive effect to add. Whenever you start adding that to a spell, things quickly ramp up, and it sometimes makes the spell kind of unwieldy, Magicka-wise. However, I've been thinking a lot about the exponential decrease in power of Paralyze as you increase in seconds. For example, 1 second of Paralyze is much better than 0 seconds, but 2 seconds of Paralyze is not that much better than 1 second of Paralyze. Because part of the whole Paralyze deal... Alright, I still have the other charge here. Guess the Dagger of Shattering is gonna get that one. Part of the whole deal of Paralyze is that they have to get up again. And they still have to get up when you just stun them for 1 second. So just having that 1 second stun is really effective. Whereas if we start bumping it up to more seconds, the spell becomes really expensive. But just 1 level or 1 second of Paralyze, that's manageable. That's not too bad. So, I want to have it probably in the finisher. Probably not in my charge up spell, but in the finisher, I want paralysis, because that means if I get up on the enemy, it's gonna be beautiful. It's just going to be fireworks all over the place. So we're gonna make a similar version to that. Also, I figured we need more support spells. If I'm going to be doing... I'm not sure how many more missions there are in the game where you really have to protect NPCs, but... For example, if we were to go and do the Battle of Bruma, I do believe Joffrey has the potential to perish, and characters like that I want to keep alive, and I'll need reasons, and... I mean, I'll need a good reason to keep Joffrey alive, but I'll need ways to keep them alive. It's the most awkward, silent class I've ever seen. What are we talking about? Alright, mind if I step up? Okay. Listen up, folks. Today we're gonna read from the latest copy of the Mythic Dawn commentaries. Your coming was foretold, my brother, by the Lord Dagon in his book of... What was that? I'm being thrown out? Okay. We want to go to the Praxographical Center because this is where they make spells. And I want to make a spell to keep our friends safe.
Well met, guildmate.
Well met.
Well met, guildmate.
Well met, guildmate. First and foremost, let's make the new attack spell. This one is going to be touch, which means that it's going to be a little more cost efficient. We're going to have it for 10 seconds. Now, this is quite good. I can't remember quite the duration amount of our old spell, our current Divine Justice, as it's called. That's 6 seconds. So this touch spell is going to last longer, but also cost less because we don't have to deal with the area of effects, which is very fun. Very fun indeed. So, weakness to shock, 100 points for 10 seconds on touch. Then we're going to do weakness to magic, 100 points for 10 seconds on touch. Then we're going to do weakness to poison, 100 points for 10 seconds on touch. Look at that. It's already cheaper than the other one, which cost around 46 or so. This is 32. Not too bad. Now, the other one was Divine Justice. I think I'm going to go in the same vein here. I'm going to call it Divine Shock, and then I'm going to write Touch. The other one was like Apprentice, Expert, and Master, just to sort of sort them out in the list. I figured I can also just do Roman numerals, and that works as well. There we go. So Divine Shock, Touch 1, but of course we will need to apply 2 different kinds of spells in order for a magical effect like this to actually stack. Otherwise we would just reapply the same effect and renew its duration instead of getting the exponential damage effect that we get with this current setup, which is, of course, very important on a difficulty like this. And then that's gonna be Divine Shock. Touch 2, Electric Boogaloo. Okay, Divine Shock, Divine Shock. Now comes the finisher. Do we start with shock damage on that? I usually like to start with the Soul Trap, I do believe. So we'll do Soul Trap on touch for 2 seconds, and then we'll have all the damage happen over 1 second, meaning that if the touch kills them, the Soul Trap is guaranteed because we know that the effect will be active on them. And we will have paralysis for 1 second on touch, which is going to add 11 magicka to the cost, not more. As soon as I start bumping it up, you can see how it really starts increasing. Just 2 seconds is suddenly 22 instead of 11. And 1 second is really all we need to put them out of commission. Plus the fact that we apply spells really fast, so that 1 second will just be on a loop and we won't need more. So we're also going to do some shock damage, since that's the element they've been weakened to, and this is, you know, the big punch. And finally we're going to do drain health, because for that instant, if this drain health pushes them below their health, they die. So this just opens up the chance to really one-shot them. It has the potential to end them a lot earlier. I've done experiments with spells with and without drain health, and I found that it really does help. However, not for 10 seconds. So we'll soul trap them for 2 seconds, paralyze them, shock them, and then drain their health, and hopefully their soul will be added to my collection. I'll call this Touch 3. No typos. Thank you. I would do bad things to myself. Divine Shock, Touch 1. Touch 2. Touch 3. Okay. It'd be kind of nice not having to toss them out as well. I kind of look forward to testing it out. Now, I would also like to make a fun little spell. So I was thinking of healing spells for our companions. What was it that when I was trying to protect the suicidal idiots, what was the one thing I really wanted? Well, I wanted to be able to heal them and then just do that over a good period of time. but then it would also be wonderful if they could just stay out of trouble for a while. So if I give them 100% chameleon, which isn't all that expensive, I can cast a spell on them that starts to heal them and they go totally invisible. The enemies won't know they're there, but they'll still be able to attack. Stay safe. This is going to be reserved for people who really need it. Boop. And he's gone. Where did he go? I have no idea. Oh. He's somewhere here. And he's healing over time. Now you're gone too. I made the whole college disappear. Those are some of the spells I wanted to make. However, I would also like... I've talked about getting a blunt weapon. I would really like to do that because it's going to be so much easier for us to train some strength with that rather than with Aetherius. However, blunt weapons are a bit slower in general, weigh a bit more. But at the same time, if we made a new weapon, I would get to test out my new affinity for paralysis on a weapon. Can you imagine that? If we start seriously stun-locking someone, I have a feeling it's power time. However, we need a blunt weapon. I feel like I don't think guards keep any on them. I feel like I'm just gonna go over to the market district, really, and just stop by a fighting chance, go to Rozan, buy myself. I've been thinking about it. I feel like something simple, because the more advanced the material of the weaponry is, the heavier it's gonna get. Yeah, it's gonna have more health as well, but I don't mind fixing it up. I could probably go get something in the arena, but I think they only have warhammers, don't they? If I could get like a hand axe, iron or steel, something very light that we can turn into a new weapon, I think that would really, really serve us well. A fighting chance is still open. I love that shop name. Okay, Rozan. Hello. You only have some sword out on display here. What is it with your... Oh, there we go. So that would be an iron war axe right there. Oh, she's just waiting for me to steal, I guess. Oh, I thought I had my disappear spell on. Whatever.
Good day.
Good day. I want her to make her poof.
Armor, weapons, I have it all. How may I help you?
We'll see. You do sell an iron war axe, which is such a peasant weapon. It would be nice to have like a steel axe or something. Okay. She sells short bridges. Oh, they don't weigh anything.
Bye.
That's quite rare. I was not aware that she had something so rare. But what it means is that we can reverse pickpocket these. We can essentially sneak up on somebody, pull their pants down, put these pants on, and then they'll have our pants. You might ask, why would you want to give somebody your pants? What is the tactical advantage of giving somebody your pants? Well, what if you enchanted your pants to be on fire?
A pleasure to serve you.
Rozan knows what's up. She's happy to see this plan. Because if we did fire damage on self, on the pants, and then we gave it to someone, but then I had to make sure that they didn't wear pants in the morning. I had to really... Oh, okay. So, I'm not even looking at the war axe. I got so excited about the pants. So yeah, it's gonna be ugly, but let's just roll with it. Let's roll with this being sort of an ugly, crude weapon. Let's call it, you know, Terror or Tom or something. But back to the pants. Getting an NPC to wear them. We would need to reverse pickpocket it into their inventory. That's step one. That's relatively easy, unless they call the guards when I start groping them in the night. Then we need to make sure they wear them. Now, I do believe that NPCs wear armor based on sort of how much protection it offers, and they would choose a weapon based on the damage it does, generally. So if they have several pieces of common clothing, they tend to choose the one that is first in the alphabetical order. So if I call the pants something starting with an A, then I can be almost guaranteed to have them equip it if they so feel like it. Now, it's just a theory. It's something I've messed around with in the past on console and such, to varying degrees of success, but when it does succeed, it's quite fun. Could you have paralysis on... I'm just seeing, like, paralysis and the fire. I mean, you can only do one thing when you enchant. It's a piece of gear, but... Still, this is promising. Do we have a Grand Soul Gem? I do not. I would need... Oh, okay. Okay, check this out. In the last episode, when we were picking up scrolls running through hell, I got a Summon Civilized scroll. Now, I was thinking of using this for some sort of combat encounter, but this might be good too. So, he's here for 30 seconds. I need a Grand Soul. How am I gonna get it? From him. I'm gonna Soul Trap him like that. And we have a perfect chance to test out our Divine Shock. So, okay, check this out. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Oh. Check him out. Being held in place. I love it. However, I didn't weaken him enough, and now I need to make sure I kill him. Oh, the effect is on. Got him. No. Hey, hey, hey. No fighting. Hey, no. Okay. Okay, boys, let's all be friends. Let's all be I have nothing that could stop this. I mean, I do have a calm. This is not gonna work. Hey, 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 shh. Calm. Stop fighting it.
What's the matter? Get it!
Well...
Someone's been murdered!
You just Okay, they're not essential. This is fine. This is for once, Marina was not a part of this crime scene. Okay, I did summon a demon that caused an outrage, and I think maybe one of the guards hit the Dunmer, who then proceeded to attack the guards, so all the guards went after them, and then their faction sides kicked in. And is that a Daedric? What did he have? He will not be missed. What did you have? Golds. A mage's hood that weighs nothing. Oh, game. You are giving me ideas. You're giving me too much power. Okay.
Greetings, guildmate.
Greetings. What a wonderful day, huh? You know, you did well. You guys really held your own. I'm sorry if I'm a little all over the place this episode. It's just I want to go back to the city, make some stuff, have some fun. Plan out for the... we don't need to go into the Lustratorium. There's just so much lust in here that emanates from all corners. It's too much for Marina to bear. She's had enough of bears now. Instead, we need to go to the Chironasium, and we're going to enchant the axe, the pants. We probably don't have anything to enchant the pants. Then again, doesn't need to be a big enchant. Okay, so Iron War Axe goes against everything to use a Grand Soul on this, but here we are. Okay, so first and foremost, the standard Soul Trap for 2 seconds. Easy. Now we also would want to get a little bit of shock damage in, just for that initial blow to help actually deal some damage. Now once again, drain health. Costs a lot, but at the same time can be incredibly effective. Now, this next effect is really more for show, mostly, because it costs almost nothing, but it adds this red aura when we strike things, and of course it confuses the heck out of certain undeads. They get very, very confused. Now I just... Oh! No, Oblivion, are we there? We're there, okay. Good! Turn undead. Then we would also need to make sure that as we strike them, we can continue to apply the weaknesses. So we need to make sure that every time we strike, we sort of keep the streak alive, if that makes sense. We need to keep doing the weakness, because as soon as we hit them, and we make sure that there's not 1 second between applications, as in hitting them really fast, that's really going to be the most important point. Right, you cannot put paralysis on a weapon, can you? Right. I knew that. That's fine. Can demoralize them. Make them run away, because this way it works against undead, and it also demoralizes humanoids. So this might have a similar effect to paralyze, because they'll get knocked out for like a second, like they'll run away and just be like, run away, and the R's will just be rolling off the tongue. Okay, let's try this. Let's try to make terror. Soul trap, shock damage, drain health, turn undead, more weakness, and then demoralize on top of it. Demoralize is the new effect compared to Aetherius. Now, terror weighs a ton. Love the alliteration in that sentence. Hey Delmar, I got a new... Well met, guildmate. I have a new weapon I would love to test out, but I'm not gonna do it on you. I have some other... I probably shouldn't summon more demons here. If I keep fighting my demons, things aren't really gonna go too well. They'll just keep murdering each other. I mean, I got a dagger out of the deal, so was it really that bad when all things are considered? Right. We also wanted to potentially enchant some gear that I can sneak onto people for assassinations and such. I do have a common soul gem with a petty soul, but I think that might be all I need as well. I probably would want to do it with the hoods. The hood might be easier because few NPCs have something in their head slot already. So if I was to, I could just give them like a permanent chameleon if I wanted to. I could give them a permanent fire damage that just continuously burns. Frost damage. Ooh, I kind of like that. It's just so cold. Silence to totally take care of any magician that we might come across. Water breathing, that's just, you know, hey, have a fun little bonus. I kind of like the thought of this hood just freezing them to death. Yeah. Oh, I haven't thought of a name, but it needs to start with A. It needs to start with an A. A frosty surprise. A chilling cowl. Because a cowl is another word. That's not really good, is it? A chilling cowl? I don't know. Okay, give me a moment to think on this one. We don't need A if they don't have a head slot at all. I don't know. I kind of just want to call it something like chills. Like, you get the chills. However, it's uncurable. Stay frosty, Marina. Look at that health bar. And we have a lot of health. Oh. Delmar. I just didn't... Okay, I'm not gonna take everything out on poor Delmar over there. Poor guy. Well, I feel like we've made some new fun stuff. Oh. I would really love to try it out on one of these guys, but I get in trouble with the Magus Guilds. I don't know if I can be bothered with that right now, because I know we have to go through some suspensions. I can't remember how many we've gone through. So I'm not gonna bother with it at the moment. We'll find somebody else, somebody I won't get into too much trouble with. Potentially scope out a bandit hideout and equip it on some of them while they're sleeping. Potentially Euronymous Lex. I mean, we could kill him like that and you could just get the chills and die. They'd be none the wiser. And there's, oh, I just got the chills, you know. Before we set off on our trek, the last thing I'd want to do is to just stop by the market district once more, just so we can sell off and prepare. And I'm quite excited for the road that lies ahead down to Breville, because now we have new combat spells that won't be as chaotic.
What is it, citizen?
We have a new weapon that will train strength faster and also demoralize, which could be very, very fun. Speaking of which, I mean, let's have a little battle. I mean, we can go down and get some battles. We are the Iron Maiden after all. Hello. He hates me.
Well, if it isn't the Iron Maiden. How's our new Grand Champion, huh? You ready to make me some money?
Indeed.
Looks like you've reached your peak. Tell you what, from here on in, you can fight 1, 2, or 3 Minotaur Lords. So what's it going to be?
3 Minotaur Lords.
You've got it. I'll have the 3 Minotaur Lords brought out to the arena.
Let's
now get up there and give the people what they paid for.
Okay. Now then. Minotaur Lords. I should probably drop a few things over here. I'll drop it on the basin. Okay, so I'm gonna need some battle mage gear here if I want to survive a battle with these lords. So we are going to get the mundane ring on, the ring of skimming just to stay out of their reach. Get rid of the wanderer shoes, replace that with the battle mage shoes. Of course, we need spellbreaker, and I would actually like to test out terror a little bit. Because terror, because demoralize works on humans. I'm not sure how many creatures it works on. We'll find out if it would work on a minotaur. Okay, we're looking good. You know, other than the weights. Cannot drop objects in the air. Doing. I would probably want to drop some more, just because I'm going to be picking up their weapons as we're fighting. So it would kind of be a shame to just get stopped in the middle of it. I really should go sell off. That was originally the plan now, but... Alright. Going into the arena, I suppose. In the middle of the night, I call upon the people of Cyrodiil to see me defeat the Minotaur Lords. Okay, we'll start with Dagger of Shattering, and I think I'm going to start off using the good old Divine Justice combo, just so I can easily get them all a little weakened up. Now I'll have to be a little careful with how I swing this. I have 9 slashes total, so 3 slashes per Minotaur.
Good people of the Imperial City.
Oh boy.
Welcome to the arena.
So big.
You've come to watch the Grand Champion battle some of Cyrodiil's fiercest creatures. Who will survive this week's epic battle of combatant versus beast? Let's find out. Lower the gates!
Okay, boys. Are we ready? Okay, good. Keep weakening, keep weakening. Oh! It's now or never! Did we get any other weapons? I think maybe we got one of them. The rest, though, they're looking quite pissed at me right now. That was the charges I had on that. Thornblade's no point here. However, Terror is ready. Okay. Let's do this. Let's try to get them bunched up here. And then chop through them. Oh! Look at him go. Look at them just flee in terror. Makes a lot of sense now, doesn't it? You thought the name was stupid, didn't ya? Oh, you're about to feel the true meaning. Yeah, of terror. I can freeze him as well. Ooh, that's great, because I can now freeze him, and while he's frozen, slash away with terror itself. Did I get a charge from that? Good. Boom.
Good people.
This is amazing.
The Grand Champion is victorious. Esteemed Grand Champion, leave the arena now.
And rest. I've earned it, indeed. Did it say that I was stealing the last thing I picked up? Do you have any Warhammer? It might have. It's interesting. Ah. That was a good experience. We're gonna get rid of that glass Warhammer. Actually, I should probably get... Yeah, why was that one stolen but not the rest? Probably because I...
Once again.
Probably because I broke it and made it drop from his hand, so it was still his property. That might be. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. Boof. Good times. Now I just need to make sure I get my gear with me. And I'm fairly happy with how the new gear performed. If we get good at combining the different aspects. Boom. There we go. That's good enough. If we get good at combining the paralysis from the divine touch with terror as well, we have some interesting I was about to go to you, Owen. I'm sorry. We don't see you anymore.
Great show. Great show. You really brought down the house.
Thank you. It's about what I make from selling one weapon. But I'll take it. It was a fun little test of our weapons. And I'm quite happy with how it went. Wow, it's only 10 PM. I thought it was the middle of the night. This is the gloomiest day ever. It doesn't really fit Marina's high spirits. She's just a girl who's eager to move up in the world and see her dear Thornir again. He really is the greatest merchant. We'll wait outside the copious coin purse for him. Wait night and day. Just for him. He should be up by now. Because I'm ready to make some good deals. Hopefully he is too. So much Daedric. I'm really glad the shopkeepers in this game does not run out of gold like in Skyrim. That would make this so much worse.
It is good to see you again.
So, challenge in Skyrim, huh?
Only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in?
Well, I was actually thinking of what I could interest you in. So, he's capped out at 1,300, which is fine. Dagger of the Inferno, the Ebony Bow, the Glass Battle Axe, the Glass Dagger, the... We have a lot of cool weapons hanging around now. The Base Ring of Speed.
That's a good deal.
I mean, I don't need both. There's no reason I'm gonna have this. I could place it away at home, but having two is gonna be confusing.
You've made a good bit of gold.
Rather give him a new set of robes. He could use the... Oof, chills. I want to try that. Okay, here's some Daedric boots, boots, Cuirass, Greaves, boots, Cuirass, boots. Cuirass shield. Greaves.
That seems a fair price.
Indeed. Burden. Chameleon.
That seems a fair
Damage Magicka. Night Eye. I keep saying I want to keep them, but I really don't. I don't really want paralysis poisons.
And that's
I don't feel like I need that right now. Boom, boom. Get rid of some of these regular normie poisons. However, 7-second paralysis. I might want that. 3-second? Ha! Get out of here. It's a bit of a weird point to draw the line on that, Dark, but sure. Whatever helps you get through this.
That's a fair deal.
We'll keep anything that we can make into something good.
A fine transaction.
Aquatic Transcendence. That was a fancy name.
You got a great...
Ooh, Flame Tempest. Fire damage, 75 points and 15 feet on target. On normal difficulty, that would be great. Guard, Legendary, Detect Life.
Not that good bit of gold.
Lightning Blast. Ah, it's like a good finger of the mountain. Mute is also kind of cool. It's very situational. I have been storing away some of these Mythic Dawn commentaries at home. I think I'll continue to do so, actually. And Terrifying Presence, which just comes naturally with Marina. You can get the Riverview keys, though, because I know I won't need them. I took them from the corpses of 2 Dunmer I killed during a party. And another Manor key. You just get all the Manor keys now. You can go and... Do I want to give that? Maybe I should put that in my chest at home. Maybe there was like a book in there that I really want to go back and get. I don't know. Maybe in the future. I need to think ahead. It's important to look ahead in life. 375,000 golds.
Thank you for your business.
Thanks for making me rich.
Please, return soon.
I will, at some point. I can never stay away from you for long, my dear. Okay, let's just cut straight through. Go straight across the Green Emperor Way and get down to the waterfront so we can get the gear that we want on the journey down to Breville. Now, there are several things that I'm really excited about when it comes to going further down. But at the same time, there's also some... I don't know why it insists on taking me through here. I feel like it's faster to go through the Temple District, because you can't really... whatever. I was gonna say Thorn here. The Adoring Fan is somewhere down in the swamps. Either he's standing guard waiting, or he's a corpse bobbing in the water on the shore. But I need to know. I cannot live in this uncertainty of not knowing whether or not I left him there to die. It's weighing on... okay, it's not really weighing on Marina's conscience. She has none. But it's weighing on my conscience, okay? I need some closure. I really do. And if I could just see him one more time, it would help me answer some questions that I've been asking myself for a long time now. Furthermore, there's something else down near Leowin. You know how Nirnroot grow near water? There's a swamp that's just crawling with them. There's just... I mean, just look at it. Look at... I am scared. I am straight up scared of going in there because I have to keep track of every one I get and which one I get. And I usually type, oh, it's the one east of Waterbridge Cave. Now it's like, oh, it's the one that's south of the previous one that I got that was east of the one I got before that, in the middle of the swamp. Whatever. It's just... take it easy. We don't need to... we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. There's no need to stress about everything. Okay. I want to put away some things. We have a lot of weapons with us. Do I want all of it? I feel like I'm not going to use Hatred Soul that much. I mean, I don't really need Vermina's Vision now, do I? Because I get a lot of these effects just straight on my weapon now. I think I might place away Vermina's Vision. Thornblade is also really cool. I would like to use... oh, gosh darn, it's heavy. I did not notice just how heavy that was. I still think we gotta take it with us, though. I really want to try it out a little bit. Knights of the Thorn Medallion I'll probably put away in the other chest right there. Same with the... and then I gotta get rid of some of the keys here. Again, the child overalls we've not worn in a long time. Well, not worn, but utilized in a long time. It's a bit sad, actually. This is the skill book drawer. There is a system. I mean, look at this. Isn't this really satisfying? It would be nice if they weren't stolen, but I can potentially go later on and sell them to a fence and buy them back to remove the red hand icon if that really bugs me. Look at our Mythic Dawn compilation. I really like this. It's looking good so far. However, we have a long way to go. I mean, not really. Well, I guess, yeah, because most of them are random at this point. Just a couple who aren't. So, take the Summit Mist Manor key. What is actually the note that is in our inventory at this moment? Head north through hours so you'll see a group of dead trees. Head northeast to come to the water. Follow the shore upstream. His house is close by. Watch out for bears. Yeah, where were they when I needed them? I can't quite remember when I got that, or who gave that to me. Is it important? No. Okay. Well, I'll leave it be then. Not discarding it completely, just putting it away momentarily. That's all. Oh, we're approaching levels in this. This is good. Now, however, right now, strength, endurance, willpower. Yeah, our personality skills are going to need to get trained a little bit eventually, but we'll figure that out as we go. Well, we're back at the waterfront, and technically we're ready to head out. Oh, God, the mismatch is unreal. So, I feel like we're going to set up for that. There we go. This is going to be our traveling gear. Full magical capabilities and 85% damage reduction with the chance of reflecting a couple of spells. And with terror at our sides. Marina's prepped for a whole new world of nasty. Is she over-prepped? Maybe. But then we have situations like the last time, and I just have to reevaluate everything about the challenge. Well, guys and girls, this episode went on a little longer than expected. I just found myself having a lot of fun in the city, planning out some different things, getting some new weapons and items and spells. And now I think Marina's ready for what's going to be a very, very arduous trek down south, and we have some challenges ahead of us. The fate of the Adoring Fan, the Nirnroots in the swamps, Hieronymus Lex that needs to be dealt with. One of the final Daedric quests is also down there. There's so much just waiting for us. But sadly, we'll have to do that in the next episode. So, have a still good day, take care, and stay awesome. But most importantly, everybody, stay dark. Goodbye.